it's narrow and I keep putting my feet in places where I think I'm just going to go. Today's the day. If there's never another vlog, that's what's happened to me. I'm dead somewhere in a forest in Brasov. Brasov, and if we were in any doubt at all, then we can just look up and find that lovely Hollywood Hills Brasov sign up there. So we don't need to worry about being in the wrong city.
No more.
Not no more, because that's something we constantly worry about. It lies very heavy on my shoulders, especially when I'm carrying a backpack. But now we feel good. Oh, we feel hungry. When we said we were hungry, we weren't joking. We have ordered quite a lot of food here. We've got the aubergine paste. This is called zakuska. We've got, what was that? Oh, beans with pickles, mushrooms, a whole load of bread that I didn't even realise would be extra bread, and we're still waiting for some polenta. So, looking forward to this. I am hungry. We've finished our tea. We're stuffed even though we didn't get the polenta. And now we're just going for an evening stroll before we head back for the night. Wow, look at this beautiful building up here. We walked this way last night. It's a lot quieter now here in the main square. It's a really nice little main square. I'm not sure what this building is. Is it like the town hall? And then yesterday everyone was taking pictures in front of this fountain. We're making our way over back to the Black Church, which we're hoping maybe we'll be able to go inside and have a look. We've just been into the church and we're not allowed to film in there, so I don't have any footage. But what's interesting about the church is it's named the Black Church now, after it was in a fire in the late 1600s and it changed the colour of the outside. But obviously since then it's been renovated, but the name has stuck. And then because of the fire, it means that the outside and the inside are done in completely different styles. So the outside is a really Gothic church, while the inside is done in Baroque style. Was there something else I wanted to say? No. We're making our way up to the Brasov sign. I think you can get a cable car up there, but we're going to give it a go and walk up. Before we go up this path, there's a nice warning sign here saying that you could come across these species. So you could come across bears, wild boars, foxes, some horrible giant bees, lynx, or snakes, and whatever that little wild cat is. I don't know what kind of cat that is. It doesn't look too scary. But we've been warned about all the dangerous creatures we might see. I feel like maybe hoping for a bear is a bit too much. Found the path we think we need to go up, because we weren't too sure at first. But it doesn't feel like the safest path. It's quite steep going up, but this path is also slightly on a slant, so it does feel like we've had like a drink too many. We can't quite control our limbs. It's quite easy to trip here, or just like miss your footing. Is that our friend?
I think so.
I think it is. Ooh. It's hard to know where to place your feet. You alright? Oh, it's not even growing out the ground.
No.
I reckon a bear pushed it. It's windy, so I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me, but we've made it up. It's taken us the best part of an hour, and most of it is alright, but some bits get really stony and then they're a little bit dangerous and it's a bit nerve-wracking. But we've made it to where people are, and now we're going to go and find what's up here. Oh, and here it is. This is the back of the Brasov sign that we can see from the bottom. Between the R and the A, I can see the town square and the fountain. Oh yeah, it is. Playtime again. We thought we'd accidentally managed to get the cable car down for free, because at the top we didn't see any prices, no one stopped us, and then when we were looking at the cable car, the guy shut the door into the gate behind us, so we thought, oh, we'll just get on the cable car, and then we came down to the bottom, but you have to have a ticket to get out at the gate. So we stood there a little bit confused for a while, and then in the end the man was like, oh, do you need a ticket? Like, yeah. So it cost us 10 lei each to come down, and if you want to go up and down, it's 18 lei per person. So it's about £2 to one way,
Yeah.
Nearly 4 there and back. So let that be a warning for you, it's not free, even if you think you've managed it. So we're now going to be making our way up there, and we're going to go and see the Black and the White Tower. You ready? We've come up to the Black Tower, which is behind me, and it's one of 4 original observation towers that were built in the city to look out for enemies and stuff like that. Again, it's called the Black Tower, but as you can see, it's not. I think, again, it was to do with a fire and it became blackened, but it's been renovated in the last few years. And I think normally you can go up, but it's locked, which is a shame. It looks like they've got a gallery in there, and also the roof at the top is glass, but even from here it's a really nice viewpoint. This one's called the White Tower, and this observation tower is from 1494. White Tower is shut as well, which means we can't go in that one either. We're thinking that some art exhibitions have just finished, and so they've shut them up to do everything up and change and do a turnaround. But it does mean we can't go inside today. Oh, they're quite steep, aren't they? Yeah, I am. Hold on tight. Hold on, Danny. Up those stairs and up there is where the old observation towers are, and then when you come down here and walk along these walls and here, these are the old town fortifications. So this is where the original town was. Now obviously the town has outgrown it, but you can walk around quite far. I was reading that this was a Saxon town, and between the 13th and the 17th century only Saxons were allowed to live inside the city centre, and so the city started growing outside of these walls where Hungarians and Romanians wanted to live and work within the city, and they started building up their own communities outside. Come to Strada Sfori, and this is known as Rope Street, and originally it was built as a passageway between streets for firefighters. Now it's the narrowest street in this city, in Brasov, and it was also once one of the narrowest streets in Europe. Although we have been down a super narrow one in Prague. There we go here, and now it's become a bit of a, well, they said art gallery, but it's just kind of people are allowed to write messages. And at its narrowest point, which I think is here.
You've been here already?
Yeah, I've been here. At its narrowest point, it's 44 inches, or maybe a bit further actually. And at its widest point, it's something like 53. So the rest of the street is used as a bit of an art gallery here. Got these cool windows. This is called St. Catherine's Gate, and it was built in the medieval times in 1559, I think, and it was a way in and out of the city. Then in the early 1800s they bricked it up and then reopened it in the 50s. How cool is that? Looks like a castle all in itself. And then there in the middle they have the coat of arms of Brasov. We're leaving Brasov this morning. We accidentally made a mistake with our booking, so we're spending a day less here than we thought we were. So we've only had 2.5 days, but we've really enjoyed it. It's a gorgeous little town. There's loads to do nearby. It's really interesting. There's really nice places to eat and loads to do. Yeah, so we really enjoyed our time, and if you come to Romania, we definitely recommend Brasov as a place to come and visit. It's really lovely.